Minhagim vary as to the number of candles a woman lights Erev Shabbat. From the language of the Takana, from the language of the directive that was given to us by the Chachamim, it would seem that one candle is enough. Just light a candle, so they should be light. However, the minhag that grew up over the year is that minimally women light two candles, one in honor of the Zachor, and the other in the honor of Shamor. In other words, one reminds us of the positive obligations and the other of the negative obligations on Shabbat. If your minhag is to light some number of candles, for example, many women add the number of children that they have, you can't go back. If you light 5 candles or 8 candles or 10 candles, you have to keep lighting that number of candles each week. And it may be also that if a woman can't light that number of candles, she ran out or something happened, there's no one to ask, there are no neighbors, you can't get any more candles, then it may be that this is a matter of hatarat nidarim, that she has to avoid or somehow repeal the oath that she's taken by implication, since she lights that number of candles every week, and therefore it's important to make sure during the week that you have enough candles to light on Friday night according to your own minhag. Now this is all true if you light candles at home, but if a woman or family finds that they are not home, and so then it's reasonable to light only 2 candles. And even if the minhag is to light big candles or fancy candles, when you're not home, obviously you don't have to live up to that minhag. It's probably true that shemen zayit, olive oil, is the preferred kind of fuel with which to light these candles on Friday night. But if there is no oil, olive oil, then any kind of clear oil will do. And he can make the wicks out of pieces of cotton or something else, as long as they allow the oil to burn cleanly and consistently. It's also, of course, possible to do what most of us do and light wax candles. And any kind of candle today that's made today is probably appropriate. The light of the candle is very clean and very clear and produces oneg Shabbat, pleasure for us on Shabbat. This is the demand that Chazal made upon us, and even today, when there is no issue of oneg Shabbat, most people are able to leave their electricity operating on Shabbos, either because the electricity is produced by non-Jews or because you accept a heter in Eretz Yisrael to use the state-run electricity, or because you may be connected to some independent generator. In any event, people today all have access, one way or the other, to the power of electricity. And in spite of the fact that when we eat dinner, we don't eat by the light of the candles of Shabbat. The opposite is true. The candles of Shabbat have become kind of an ornament on the table. Nevertheless, the obligation remains, as we know that once the obligation has been determined by the Chachamim, it's hardly ever undone. So that even though at one time the candles were essential for the oneg Shabbat, Today, it seems that they are not so essential. Nevertheless, we maintain the minhag of lighting the candles on Friday night. It's a minhag that the women were obligated to maintain. The candles, we light a minimum of 2 candles on Friday night, and whatever the minhag of the woman is, whatever number of candles she lights, she has to continue lighting those candles, except when she goes away, it's sufficient for her to light 2 candles.